Hey gang, it's Maria here from goalietrainingpro.com, chatting with my friend Justin Goldman. We actually are friends, not just like one of those internet friends that we've never met each other before, but uh, so you guys all know Justin Goldman. He needs no introduction. Justin Goldman of the Goalie Guild. And E-Bug for the Colorado Avalanche again this
Yeah,
season, eh?
yeah, I got the hat, and I just heard the news a couple of days ago, and such a crazy, interesting, unique experience. It's like you deal with the nerves, but you're like, why do I care? Because nothing's going to happen anyways. And then, you got the whole Scott Foster story in the back of your mind. So you're like, okay, well, maybe something could happen. So, it's just a really interesting experience and obviously a huge honor because, there's probably 50, 60 e-bugs in the whole league out there that get this opportunity. So, I take it very seriously. It's a huge honor, and like, here we go, like, season's here, and got my first game on opening night against the Minnesota Wild on Thursday, so I'm ready to rock.
That's so cool. Yeah, like I honestly, I just can't wait till until I get to see you play in an NHL game. That'll be so
Yeah,
fun.
yeah. Hopefully, I'm not puking or doing something else to freak out with the anxiety. But it's like you just never know. Anything can happen, and like I bring my gear to my office every day because it's like between practices and now the Avs, their AHL affiliates in Northern Colorado and Fort Collins for the first time
Yes.
ever. So
Oh,
there's
really?
Yeah, so the Colorado Eagles have moved up, from the old Central Hockey League to the ECHL to now the AHL, and they're finally like AHL affiliates with the Avalanche. So there's like, guys going up and down all the time. And I mean, you saw last season what happened. It's just like there's so many goalies getting injured and so much travel and just like craziness happens all the time. So it's a very interesting experience and one that I'm very, like I said, grateful to be able to do, for a second season here for the Avs.
Yeah, that's cool. I wanted to talk to you about the Lift the Mask initiative because I know that it's an initiative that started by you and the Goalie Guild to help goalies with mental health issues. But even I don't, fully understand all the ins and outs. So can you just kind of, first of all, explain, what it is?
Yeah, I mean, just like you said, it's an initiative to support the goalie community and anyone involved, whether it's a coach or a goalie or even a parent, get the mental health support that they need. And I think, just over the last 6 to 8 months, the stories that we've seen on, the Players Tribune with Ben Meisner, obviously Corey Hirsch, like some of these very prominent professional goaltenders that are coming out, most recently Robin Lehner, of course, like these goalies are coming out with these stories that are shedding light on just how difficult the position can be from a mental and emotional standpoint. And I think it's so important for the goalie community to have somewhere where they can go to anonymously be able to get the professional help that they need. And as a coach and a mentor, and someone that's talking to goalies on a daily basis at all levels, like sometimes it's really hard for myself because you don't want to push the wrong buttons. You don't want to say the wrong thing at the wrong time. And you want to be as sensitive as you possibly can be because you know that kids are dealing with these things. But how do you push the right buttons? How do you know exactly what you should or should not say? And so that's what Lift the Mask is really all about. It's just providing resources and opportunities for goalies all over the world to reach out and get the professional help that they need. And so the way that it works is just really simple. It's like you go on the webpage and you fill out a really short contact form. And one of the boxes that you can click is, I want to talk to a professional mental health care provider. And as soon as the Goalie Guild receives that feedback or that contact form, we have a whole list of mental health care providers in Canada and the United States through the ADAA, which is the Association for Depression and Anxiety of America. So that association, they're also a nonprofit foundation, literally has this massive database on their website that anyone can access to, find a mental health care provider in their area. So we basically just share that list with the individual who reaches out to us, and then our foundation will cover the cost of that first consultation or first video chat or first phone call up to $100. So that's a way that we can remove not only the social barrier, but the financial barrier as well. Because we don't want there to be any problems or any reasons why a goalie can't reach out and get the professional help that they need, regardless of what they're going through.
Yeah, yeah, that's perfect. And I think too the fact that it is a little bit anonymous, it's not going through the team, you
Hmm.
know, because people worry about what the coaches will think, what their teammates will think, and I mean, it's getting better. People talking about it more, but it's still not there yet.
Yeah, and I think it's so important too for goalies to understand that like it's okay to quote unquote lift the mask and be able to talk about these things. So, there's goalies that are on bus rides overnight or wee hours of the morning and like they can't text their buddies because they know they're sleeping, or, they can't call up, the sports psychologist for the team, but they can log on to the Goalie Guild and just send a little note. And sometimes it's just as simple as them being able to vent about, a really tough game or just like a really emotional issue that they're going through without, like you said, having to worry about the coach hearing about it or players hearing about it and them going and saying something to the coach. And so because it's such a sensitive issue and it is so difficult to truly know what someone is going through, just being able to provide that platform where a goalie can reach out and send a message and vent, or, reach out for professional help or speak to one of our ambassadors, I think is really the meat and potatoes of the whole program. Like that's what it's all about, is just providing that really simple resource and then spreading the word and saying, hey, goalies, if you're dealing with something, like the Goalie Guild is here. We're going to listen. We're going to take your information and make sure that you get the appropriate help you need. And then if you are ready to actually, take that step and talk to a professional, like we're going to make sure that there's no financial barriers. We'll cover the first $100 so that you can speak to someone as soon as possible without having to worry about all the other details.
Tell me a bit about the ambassadors, because I know you have, probably 5 or 6 or probably more, but
Hmm.
what's their role? How does that work?
Yeah, I mean, basically the ambassadors, we try to make it totally inclusive to anyone. So you don't have to be a professional goalie. You don't even have to be playing the position. Like if you have a passion for kind of spreading the word about mental illness and mental health in the goalie community, like this is an opportunity for you to get involved. And so, we provide all the basic assets like the Lift the Mask logo and the promo sheet that explains what the program is all about, how the foundation, covers that initial fee for professional help. And then it's like, hey, let's just go out there and like be active and creative in your community and let's make a difference. Like whatever you want to do, as long as it makes sense and it's something that, the Goalie Guild can support, we're going to make it happen. Whether it's, a mental health awareness game in your youth association, or, it's shipping a couple of hundred stickers to you so that you can hand them out to all the goalies and they can put them on their helmet, or maybe it's doing some t-shirts or some kind of fundraiser, within your club or your organization. So, we provide the platform for these ambassadors to get involved and go out and make a difference in their community, because from the 40 or 50 submissions that we've already received in the first week, half of those are from kids that just like have gone through something and they understand the importance of this initiative and they just want to get involved and they want to give back and help kids or goalies understand that, this is something that everyone is dealing with in some way, shape, or form. It's okay to talk about these things. And there are a lot of people out there that are willing to listen and willing to help.
That's awesome. That's so cool. So I know money doesn't grow on trees in Colorado, just the same as it doesn't grow on trees in Ontario. So
Yeah.
how is the program funded, and how could somebody get involved and help to sort of perpetuate the program and fund the program?
Yeah, I mean, I'm very, very fortunate. The whole nonprofit foundation through the Goalie Guild is, privately funded. So through my family business and through my own funds, I'm personally donating this money and making sure that the Goalie Guild is, thriving and going strong. And that includes this program. But of course, we always rely on beneficiaries and donations from anyone out there, whether you're in Canada or the USA. We are a 501c3 nonprofit foundation based in Colorado. We have the tax ID and we are, categorized under the education category, which is great because whether it's training or it's providing resources on mental health, whatever the case may be, I mean, that is our mission. We want to educate and we want to raise awareness for everyone that's involved in the goaltending community, whether they're a coach or a goalie. So, we're very fortunate. We have a great partnership with October Saves, which is the monthly, the annual challenge that actually raises money for cancer initiatives. But, the ladies that run that organization are so supportive of what I'm doing. And, we brought out a goalie to Breckenridge last summer to participate in the Rocky Mountain Mentorship Camp. And, they see the value in what the Goalie Guild is trying to do for the community. So they're big beneficiaries to us. And then it's just like I said, putting my nose to the grindstone and going out there and getting the donations and just asking, the goalie community or the hockey community to, support what the mission is all about and to support, mental health for the goaltending community.
So if somebody's watching this and wants to get involved, they would just go to the Goalie Guild and then reach out to you through that.
Yeah. Or the webpage for Lift the Mask is just thegoalieguild.com/lift the mask. And there's a couple of different ways that you can reach out, and all the information on the ambassador program is right there. The contact form is the same for everybody. So like I said, you have to put in at least a first or a last name, but I think the rest of the information is anonymous. And obviously we protect that information and take good care of it. And then it's whatever we need to do from there. If they want to be an ambassador, boom, they're going to get the information on that program. If they need to speak to an ambassador, want to speak to someone like myself or, another professional goalie consultant or coach that has experience, I'll put them in touch with that person. And if they need professional help, then I take the next step. We reach out to the ADAA's, database of, providers, find some in their area, and then that goalie can take it upon him or herself, to reach out knowing that, the foundation is going to cover that first $100 charge. So that's pretty much it. It's very straightforward. It's very, like I said, lax in the sense that, you don't have to be a pro goalie to get involved. You don't have to be, at wit's end, on the edge, getting ready to do something dangerous to reach out. It can be for anything that might be bothering you or causing you, stress or anxiety or depression. And so for me, it's been a very interesting and obviously a great learning experience because I'm diving right in. Like, me, Maria, like if I see that there's something missing in the goalie community, I'm going to dive right in. You know what I mean? And this was something that I saw as a void in the goalie community and really in the hockey community as a whole. Like here in the States, there's no foundation or organization committed to mental health awareness for athletes. Some colleges have some programs, and obviously there's a lot of great counselors out there, but where's like the real far-reaching, organization specifically, catered to athletes? And then within that, there's like, is there anything for hockey players? And then within that, is there anything for goalies? Well, definitely not. So let's get something started. It doesn't have to be a masterpiece. It doesn't have to, raise $1 million. Let's just get something out there that's going to give goalies a chance to reach out and get the help that they need.
Yeah, I like it. It's just a nice, very straightforward safety net.
Absolutely. Yeah. Perfect.
Yeah. Perfect. Justin, thanks so much for taking the time out of your schedule to chat with us a little bit today. Tell us more about the Lift the Mask initiative. I'm going to help spread the word and, make sure that, just everyone gets heard. And if they need a helping hand, they know exactly where to go.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much, Maria. Like always appreciate your support. You're a rock star, and I look forward to actually seeing you in person again, because I know we saw each other like 5 times over the summer within like 3 months. It was crazy, but always a pleasure, Maria. And yeah, just keep up the awesome work as always.
Cool. Yeah, I look forward to seeing you out in Colorado in May at least, if not before then.
Yeah, for sure. All right. Thanks so much. Have a good day.
You too. Cheers.